We'll go ahead and get that started. Wonderful. Well, first off, thank you so much for being here today to our Lunch and Learn October series. Today's title is Understanding ILEARN, IREAD, and NWEA test scores, and how does that affect your child? So a few introductions. My name is Tabitha Jackson. I'm the Family Engagement Liaison Lead Facilitator for Warren Township. Helping me with this presentation today, we have Kate Schwartz, Director of Professional Development for Warren Township, and we also have Leslie Kumler. She is the K-4 Literacy Specialist here in Warren Township. I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, get started. One moment. All right. I always love starting these lunch and learns with a little question, little brain teaser for the day. So the question is, how has your child surprised you lately? And what strengths or interests have you noticed that you can celebrate together? I know as a parent myself, my kids are constantly surprising me. So personally, my 6th grade daughter just joined the swim team, and that is amazing. She kind of struggles with some confidence there, but we're so excited that she is taking this next step in her journey. So just our kids are amazing. So just think about that. Share with your kids some things that you've noticed about them lately. Just a conversation starter. So we're going to get into our content today. We already did some introductions. We've got Kate Schwartz, Leslie Kumler, and myself. So first, what is a Lunch and Learn? The goal of our Lunch and Learn series is to enhance family engagement in our district. Our district has a family engagement grant, and we are trying to become a model site for other districts in the state of Indiana as to what family engagement should look like and how it's done. And this series is a part of that. However, we also want to share power and knowledge with families. When we all are working together, our children will be more successful. So we're so happy that you're here and engaging in this series. Some of the future topics that we have in November, we're talking about FAFSA and College Apps 101. January, we're going to be working with our multilingual department to talk about some supports that our families have, and WEA testing in January. February, we're doing reading, math, and test taking tips. As you'll hear today, our spring semester is full of tests. So in February, we want to prepare you for that and what that how that can help your student at home. March, special education rights and terminology. April, we're going to be focusing on STEAM. We have a lot of science fairs around that time. So we're going to give you some STEAM ideas for at home. And in May, we're going to talk about preventing the summer slide as we get ready for summer vacation. What are some ways that you can do learning at home with your child? Just a reminder that these meetings are always from 12 to 12:30 on Zoom. And you can always find the link in our district newsletter that Dr. Hansen puts out. So we hope to see you at some future events. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kate and Leslie, and they are going to chat with us about ILEARN, IREAD, and NWEA. Kate, Leslie, all you.
Great, thank you. Hi, I'm Kate Schwartz. I'm going to lead you through the ILEARN portion. And so on the screen, it just explains what ILEARN is. So ILEARN stands for Learning Evaluation Assessment Readiness Network. It's a summative assessment that we've given in Indiana to grades 3 through 8 and high school biology. They take it again in high school. ILEARN measures student achievement and growth according to the Indiana academic standards, which is important because there are standards in English, math, science, and social studies. And they assess each year they take English and math grades 3 through 8. And then in science, we take it in 4th and 6th grade. In social studies, they take that test in grade 5. Students are required to participate in the biology end of course assessment, and it's part of their coursework that they take in high school. There are no retests options for ILEARN assessments for the summative assessment that's given in April. Starting this year, you may have heard more about ILEARN because in the state of Indiana, over 70% of our schools are piloting the ILEARN through year. You might have heard that called the checkpoint pilot, which that's what's on the screen linked. You'll see grade 3 through 8. Those links will take you to some parent resources that help families understand what skills are being assessed on those pilots. The through-year assessments feature 3 checkpoints for English and math. They're used for data to inform instruction based on the 2023 standards. And there's a statewide implementation starting the 25-26 school year. And then you can always visit the assessment hub at the Indiana Learning Lab for more information. But again, those links that are in the slideshow will take you directly to those. So we've already given round 1 in Warren Township, and we will be giving round 2 or checkpoint 2. We'll be giving that in December. IREAD is an online untimed multiple choice test, that has 3 different segments. It's our reading foundations test that looks at the foundational reading skills for phonics and vocabulary, but it also does your ability to read silently and comprehend nonfiction and literary text. Students begin taking that in 2nd grade. It is required for all 3rd grade students, but in Warren Township, we are giving it into our 2nd grade students as well. It just gives them an opportunity to pass it before 3rd grade. All students who do not pass this test through grade 6 summer administrations until they pass it or they enter the 7th grade. So we keep giving it to students until they've passed it and they receive remediation as well. Students receive scores through the centralized reporting system, and schools share those with families and parents at the end of the year once they're provided to us. So that's our information on IREAD as well.
All right, so now we're going to talk about 2 types of NWEA that we take. The first one is called NWEA Map Growth, and it is an assessment that students take at the beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year to see how they are progressing with their grade level standards. And so students in kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade will take the NWEA test 3 times each year to see how they are growing as a student. We also administer the NWEA MAP Reading Fluency Assessment. This assessment is given to all kindergarten through 4th graders, and it gives teachers a quick overview of how students are doing with their reading skills. And so when students take this assessment, teachers are able to know whether students are reading fluently. That means reading smoothly. Are they able to answer basic comprehension questions? And do they have foundational reading skills? Are they succeeding with phonics skills? It quickly also screens for students being at risk for any kind of learning difficulty, including characteristics of dyslexia, and it's available in both English and Spanish.
So there are
some additional
plenty of-
resources that Ms. Jackson is sharing would be to take you to the Learning Lab. Anyone can access the Learning Lab with an email address. All you have to do is register. And once you're in there, there are collections of guidance and documents on all of the Indiana assessments and the Indiana academic standards for parents. It's a really, really great resource, and we continue to share that with families anytime we can.
Going to go ahead and pull up that website just to kind of show what is on there. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Give me one moment.
I'm sorry, Ms. Jackson, we had our volume down. Can you repeat that part?
I'm going to go ahead and pull up Indiana Learning Lab website so that we can kind of look at that together. So one moment while I get that up. All right. So this is that website Kate and Leslie were mentioning. As you can see, it goes through by grade. You can find all sorts of resources on the website you can use at home, help your child's learning at home. I definitely recommend that resource to check out, support your child's learning at home.
If you type in IREAD 3 as well in the search bar, once you're in there, it will take you to a couple of resources that include growing readers, which helps with the pre-K, kindergarten, first and second grade skills. And then also it has some IREAD 3 resources that might be of value.
Tabitha, are you sharing this PowerPoint out, or are we going to share the links in the comments so people can get them?
Yep, absolutely. If you want to drop your email into the chat, I'm happy to send that to you. This will also be on our district website in the near future, so you can access those too. Yeah, you can just go up to the top and type that in and find all the resources that you need. Stop sharing. Pull back our slideshow back up. Are there any questions at this time about ILEARN, IREAD, NWEA, test taking in Warren Township in general?
You can either drop those in the chat, or if you raise your hand, I can unmute you.
Going forward, if you ever have any questions about anything related to testing or resources, whatever it is, every school has a family engagement liaison that you can contact. You can visit our district website and visit parents, family engagement, and you can find your school's family engagement liaison. Family engagement liaisons are here to support our families and really linking that learning from home to school, and they're very knowledgeable and always happy to help. I'm going to go ahead, stop sharing. We do have a short survey that I'd love for you to take and just let us know how this session went today. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much to Kate and Leslie and to everybody that has hopped on. We are so thankful to offer this series. And again, we hope to see you in the future at our future events.